So please ask your doubt, otherwise we will start today's topic, Keynesian economics. Keynesian, and after 1 hour there will be 5 minutes of break. Then we'll cover in the next part monetary economics or monetarists. Please tell me some properties of Keynesian economics. Anyone, any of you, go ahead. Let's make some interactive class. Don't make it monologue.
Sir, he believes in short run and he was of a demand side.
Very correct. Please note all those points, and I request you again. I think, see, I should not start moral policing, because that is not a good thing in the wave of liberalism, feminism, and freedom of expression. But again, I put pressure because discipline is important. Please make a running notes, please, 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 because you don't know, we never knows out of we 32 people who is telling what to what. So keep writing at least keywords so that it could come handy in the exam hall once you go through. Just before the class, I don't say you keep revising, just before the class, just like I am taking the class, so by day you should once go through. So guys, out of you, anyone, be it Diksha or be it anyone, I'm not saying particular name, but if possible, please, whatever handwriting does not matter, at least running notes. Running notes means while going through class you keep writing the points, and after the class please send a PDF form. It's not a big deal. So I hope this wish will be completed, because some of people cannot write, some speed is very less, some writes very fast. So kind of community partnership we should do, and in learning we should be always cooperative, because learning is the only thing, once we donate someone, it increases by multiple times. So I hope I am clear what I'm trying to convey. Tiwari, go ahead, you are telling good points.
Yes, sir, and government intervention.
What kind of government intervention? Short run is correct, it is demand side correct. What type of
Yes,
government
sir, in
intervention?
fiscal means in expenditure terms.
Yes, very correct, that is for G. Anything else anybody would likes to wants to add it? No.
So wage rigidity.
That is
The
economic.
economy doesn't remains always at full potential.
That is underemployed, right? Underemployment,
Yes,
not at full. That is not YF, that is full employment. Right. Next point. Somebody was telling very good point. I unable to recall.
Wage rigidity, sir.
Exactly. Can someone explain wage rigidity? Very important point. And just opposite of it, there was a wage dash in the classicals. What wage?
Flexibility.
Flexibility. Very correct. Because here we have explained, once your price changes, price increases, your wage also increases. Or I might have forgot to write here, but I have explained it. See what is happening, once your money supply increases, you think I have more money, but your price will also increase at the same proportion. So your price increases. In order to compensate this rising effect, then wager asks more nominal wage, then wage increases at the same time. So if price increases by 5%, wage also increases by 5%, so real wage remains constant. This is called wage flexibility. But in Keynesian case, there is wage rigidity. So in simple ones, if we have to understand wage rigidity, that is stickiness. See, change in wage due to change in price actually. So that's the reality, stickiness in price. So its demand curve will be like this. This is price. Okay, this is aggregate supply, this is aggregate demand. So this is output. We'll explain all the diagram. So chalo, next, if anybody wants to write, add some other points, please. Short run, demand, please note all these points, not all these points. Short run, demand side, not supply side. Government intervention is necessary. Fiscal policy, always remember here, G means fiscal policy. Fiscal policy. Economy is at underemployed or underemployment, not full employment. Wage rigidity. Anybody? Next point.
So he says yes to inflation.
Yes to inflation, but that is not the direct. Why he says yes to inflation? Because of price rigidity. Price is here rigid and government expenditure will rise. That's why he told okay yes to inflation, but it is not the assumption. So once we talk about Keynesian economics, first we should consider the assumptions. Inflation is okay, but it was not the part of core assumption. So in assumption you can say that he took short run, right? Short run, because in last class we have discussed in long run we all are dead. So please note it down. So this quotation was given by Keynes. In long run we all are dead. That is short run. So chalo, let's go ahead. That's all. If anybody wants to note some keywords, please note it down. And in last 20 minutes of class, if so far anybody has doubt, please ask. Non-words will study the all things of Keynesian with the diagram in the next slide. So I am taking a pause. By the way, in between you please ask your doubts. कोई डाउट नहीं है किसी को? Shall we go ahead? हाँ प्लीज आस्क, पूछ लीजिए, जिसको दिक्कत है भाई पूछिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. यू आर फ्री टू आस्क. Please
In classical theory, sir, production function is also short run होना.
Production function
Is also in short run, right? In classical theory.
what do you that is very interesting question. Is it Sabrinath?
Yes.
Yes, I have always high expectations from you. So let me erase. Everybody has noted it down. So let me add the page. First you tell me what is what is short run and what is long run production function. Anyone? PF, that is production function. Anyone?
In short run, there is fixed capital and state of technology doesn't change. In long run, these both are also variable.
Right? So here K is constant, here K and L both are variable. Now important point you asked about the classicals. So in classicals we took only labor as a
Variable.
means of production, that is variable. Got it? So you are thinking ki sir classicals took long run, right? In assumptions there is long run economy, but despite long run it has taken short run production function, right?
Yes, sir.
So you are trying to convey this point. Okay, so if question is asked, so which kind of production function classical used, you should say yes, short run. Why? Because we did not take capital as a factor of production, just labor. But the important point is that K was already given. Here we have not taken as a extra input, but it is already given in the economy from the aggregate supply point of view. So once we have to calculate aggregate supply or aggregate demand, basically with the help of demand for labor and supply for labor. Got it? We have never assumed capital as a variable factor. So Sabrinath has pointed good points that short run production function taken by classicals. Clear? But we should not assume in the time frame. Short run and long run production function is not about time frame. Is it clear? See, there is quite difference between micro and macro. If you study macroeconomics, so in macroeconomics, short run means, anyone? See, there is macro study of short run and micro study of short run. So what do you understand by macro short run and micro short run? Anyone please? In macro, short run means short time period, but in micro, short run means variable factors. Okay, so if it is short run, only L will be variable. If it is long run in microeconomics, then K and L both will be variable. Any doubt? Got it? So please note it down. So for short run, short time; for long run, long time period. So Keynesian took this short period of time. Macroeconomics. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sabrinath, I hope your doubt is clear, right?
Yes. Thank you.
So if anybody has any problem, please ask, and please note these important points. These are very important points. Shall we move ahead? I think you guys have written it. दीक्षा आगे बढ़े.
Yes, sir.
चलिए. You guys have not told. Can you just recall who's first class today? I mean, you are attending first class today. Anyone?
Yes, sir.
कौन आप? अमित?
Pranav.
हाँ, Pranav. Yeah. Just we had talk. Yeah. So Pranav is first. Next, Amit, I think.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अमित जी सही है. और anyone?
Yes, sir, I am.
हाँ, Amit, Pranav, and any other people out of these 30? No. चलिए, shall we start?
Sir, I am Khageshwar.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Your first class. So hope internet connectivity is there. In case you miss the class, you will be provided recorded lecture. Don't worry. And in case,
Okay, sir. ठीक.
हाँ, please don't worry, but do attend the class. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
चलिए, अब हम लोग Keynesian पढ़ते हैं. Basically, we will be dividing, and today we will be also doing few numericals on multiplier. Okay? One second. Most important part, you should know effective demand. What is effective demand? That is the core of Keynesian economics. What is effective demand? Anyone? I bet nobody can answer correctly. I know it. कोई तो बोलो भाई. Anyone? Or nobody is interested to explain. What is effective demand? Anubhuti? Anything, just tell anything. Okay, got it. Are you guys with us or we missed the call? Hello?
Yes, sir, we are here.
Yes, sir.
I could see just 24 people are here. That's why I thought we have done with the class and people I have signed off. Anyway, we were talking something important, effective demand. See, no need to be panic. You should be very clear. See, let me be very childish. This is demand. This is supply, right? This is effective demand. But in classical, if this is your full out, sorry, YF, full employment output, this is aggregate supply, and this is aggregate demand. So your price will be determined at always full employment level. It's not like aggregate demand and aggregate supply. If under classicals, if this level of output is determined, then it is not said to be full employment. But Keynes never talked about full employment. He always talked about, please note it down, underemployment or underemployed equilibrium. Underemployed equilibrium. Keynes never talked about full employment. However, he aims to achieve full employment equilibrium, but he never talked about full employment equilibrium. He always talked about underemployed equilibrium. So how it can be proved? Let me show you. Red is visible, right? In case if it is not visible, please let me know. Aggregate demand, this is okay. Suppose that this is your full employment level of output under classicals, this one YF, okay, and this is your C plus I. Suppose that government expenditure came and this increases to C plus I plus G. Got it? So your first Y was Y1, second Y was Y2. So all these level, the level at which price is determined with the help of demand and supply, the present situation is known as effective demand. effective demand has nothing to do with the future or the full employment. So present equilibrium level of output is known as effective demand. Please note it down under Keynes. So what happened here? Here you had full employment. This line is you have full employment under classicals, but your employment level or equilibrium level under Keynesian is this point A, point B, but point C is full employment. So Keynes will tell, okay, we have equilibrium at point A also, at point B also, because here we are defining a particular demand and particular price. But in order to achieve the full employment equilibrium, we need to increase the government expenditure, as somebody has told initially that role of government intervention. So again here G will increase. So once G will increase, so this graph will shift like this. So C plus I plus G1. This is G0. So now you have full employment equilibrium under Keynes, but it is possible that we can have under employment equilibrium also. Any doubt to understand it? So this is very important concept of under employment equilibrium. Now the modus of study that we are going to do. So under Keynes, what we are going to cover. So basically we will cover here Keynes consumption function or consumption demand for consumption portion, and next we will have investment portion, right? Investment portion. So in consumption you can mainly say that consumption is defined either by income that is represented by Y, or MPC. What is the full form of MPC? Anyone?
Marginal propensity to consume.
Exactly. So mathematical term, can anyone know? Marginal propensity to consume. How it is
Del C upon
defined?
del Y.
So delta
Y upon delta C.
So del C upon del Y.
Or del C upon del Y. Please be confirmed. You guys are confused.
Sir, I'm confirmed about second one.
I have doubt about second one. Please, Diksha. बोलो क्यों इतना डाउट रहेगा तो कैसे एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन बनेगा भाई?
सर क्योंकि वो मतलब del C upon del Y ही पढ़ा था ये.
सुनिए कितना एग्जांपल है. MPC is what is your level of consumption. So how will you define? That is percentage of income. How much percentage of income? Obviously it will be lesser than 1, right? So total consumption of income. Got it? So you are right. I was just distracting you. So this is wrong actually. This is wrong. This will come once we will talk about multiplier and all. Don't worry. This is incorrect and this is correct. So generally in India it is nearly 0.6. That is, out of 100 rupees we consume 60 rupees according to Indian economy. Indians consume 60 rupees and 40 rupees we save. Clear? So del upon by del C is MPC. Please note it down. We were here. Sorry to divert from my all goal. Actually we have to cover economics. I am really very sorry that I'm telling you we are covering macroeconomics. We are covering economics. So now let me little fast. So here in investment we were here about consumption, and we have segregated consumption and investment. In consumption portion we have seen that either income or MPC is consumption is defined either this, and in investment, see, investment has again two portions. So in investment generally how you define investment? By rate of interest, that is R. So another portion also we have that we call cost of capital or marginal efficiency of capital and margin. What is marginal efficiency of capital? Anyone? MEC. Marginal efficiency of capital. And one request I will do from you guys, keep solving past year paper. What is MEC?
Sir, the efficiency that capital would draw.
Clear, कोई नहीं बोल पा रहा.
Sir, what percentage of return that a capital would draw after being invested into some asset?
Almost true. That is how much return. It's talked about return in future with a certain level of investment. Correct. So in equilibrium, once MEC is equals to R, that is the equilibrium level of investment. So here in this portion we will be mainly covering rate of interest and all, and rate of interest is determined through here, you know how it is determined, MS and MD, that is money supply and money demand. Got it? So this will be basic curriculum, and also we will see cross or scissor diagram of C plus I plus G. In consumption side we will have multiplier, and in extended version we will study ISLM, that will be of separate chapter, don't worry. We'll do also some numericals. So chalo, let me start. Let me start with the consumption and multiplier. Basic, see, in classicals we had basic diagram, so in Keynesian also you can learn basics, because once we have labor market, please note it down, labor market, goods market, and next we have money market. Got it? So in labor market there is implement equilibrium determination. In goods market we have IS curve, that is income is equals to aggregate demand, and in money market we have interest rate, that is money demand equals to money supply. So problem is happening that your interest rate is determined in money market, and your investment is determined in goods market. So then how will you collide? Can anyone tell who invented ISLM model? Who was the propounder of ISLM model? Anyone? Probable question, 1 marks question. CUET paper 2. Hicks and Hansen, I think. Okay, so these people, Hicks and, please note it down. See, whatever I am telling you in the class, I told you in the first class itself, be it books, be it theory, be it any specific year, or be it any specific keywords, all have potential to be a question in your exam of CUET PG 2023 entrance. So please don't ignore any question, because match the following wala question this time will be again more nearly 6 to 7 question will be again. So match the following में वही होगा. जैसे see what they will put. They will give here ISLM, twin balance sheet, and और surplus employment theory of labor. So ISLM में कौन दिया? So surplus model of labor theory, that is Levy's model, twin balance sheet, Hollis Chenery, and ISLM, Hicks and Hansen. So match the following. If you remember all these things, so they will jumble it and ask you match the following. So please be ready guys. हाँ चलिए अभी स्टार्ट करते हैं हम लोग from the labor market, then we'll see goods market, then money market. चलिए ये गया आपका. If you feel boring, we'll switch to other mode. If you feel it's okay, we'll continue. Everything is okay?
Yes, sir.
चलिए good, because class should not be boring यार. Already you guys have semester classes, outside somebody are doing tuitions, coaching, I know. तो boring नहीं होना चाहिए. हाँ, लेबर मार्केट में क्या होता है? लेबर मार्केट, कैन यू सी द डायग्राम? Now you tell me which graph is aggregate supply and which graph is aggregate demand. Lower वाला और upper वाला, please anyone. It is aggregate supply or aggregate? Are you sure?
Demand.
Aggregate demand, correct. This is aggregate supply. So this is labor theory of employment. So here this you can say, you can take here wage or anything, or receipt, wage receipt, and here you will have full employment of labor of output. So we will be taking N means ND and NS, that is full employment. So suppose that this is your equilibrium. Got it? This is Keynesian. Now Keynes told that okay, so this is the effective demand, and demand E is, equilibrium is effective demand, ED I am writing, please note it down, effective demand. Now what happened? Classical told, and he started laughing, ha 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 ha, I have full employment equilibrium, but you are foolish guy, and see my full employment level is this, that you cannot match. Classicals told it's all about supply side economics, classical, but Keynes told no, we won't focus on aggregate supply, we will keep focusing on aggregate demand. Why? Please note it down. Keynes assumed there is involuntary or voluntary unemployment. Anyone?
involuntary.
Involuntary. What do you mean by involuntary? Anyone? No idea. Please, anyone?
Sir, then, sir, sir, where the people are willing to work, but they are unable to find jobs. I mean, they are not voluntarily unemployed.
Exactly. Very correct. Very correct. That is involuntary unemployment. So what happened? There is a tale or famous economist also told that there was a time when Great Depression happened. So everybody should note that the rise in Keynes because of Great Depression. So government told you dig the land to the people, to the workers, and fill it again by evening. I will give you money, because there was no work, there was supply chain disturbed, there was no production, there was nothing. So government told, okay, how to generate employment, and freebies I cannot give you, so you dig a land, fill it again every day, I will give you money, because of problem of unemployment. So in this way government expenditure increased and everything happened. So here Keynes told, no, we cannot force aggregate supply, we will focus on aggregate demand. Can you see the graph here? So this aggregate demand will increase from the labor side, and this AD1 increases to AD2, and this equilibrium level of full employment is achieved under Keynes. So if question is asked that how to achieve full employment under Keynes, by rising the level of aggregate demand. So this graph was in the beginning at E point effective demand, this ND at Y1 level, now it increases to YF level once there is a rise in aggregate demand. So here labor market equilibrium, where ND is equals to NS. Got it? So this is labor theory of.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sure.
Sir, why Keynes aggregate demand is upward sloping?
What? Yeah, that's what very point. See, aggregate demand means this one, involuntary unemployment. That's why I asked you people, what is involuntary unemployment? That means once you give wage, people have enough to supply their market, to supply their labor power. That is, see, let me explain you. Yeah, you pointed it, very good question. And this part can be explained in the next part once we will explain the investment, consumption and government expenditure. See what is happening. Your wage is increasing from the government side, but Keynes told price will be constant, right? Price is given, and Keynes also assumed that we have involuntary unemployment. That means there is mass labor to work until we reach full employment. But just the point you asked, that after this point, there is no rise in full employment. So this is wage and this is labor. So once you increase the wage rate, actually price is rigid. Got it? So there will be more supply of labor and more demand of labor. This diagram you can understand in the next part. Let me take. So there are three kinds of diagram. First we explained, I am coming to your point, this one. Next we will have this one. Okay, so this is actually classical extension. We don't have to study much more about this, and after this we will come to multiplier. Now coming to your question. So this is aggregate supply, this is aggregate demand. So aggregate demand is due to involuntary unemployment. We can give workers higher wage and we can hire more amount of worker. This is the main reason. Okay. This one, yes. So this point, please note it down. Or I would say, I think this concept is mainly explained in which book, if I remember. I think Ahuja, yes. This diagram you will find only in Ahuja. Nowhere has explained labor theory of Keynes except Ahuja. You please refer book Dornbus, Fisher and Froen for its other portion. Got it? So because of involuntary unemployment, we have rising wage and demand will be also higher at till YF. After that there will be no demand. One second, let me read it. It's too much. Everybody aware of a multiplier? Can someone define what is multiplier? No idea.
Total increase in income, output, or employment in many folds.
Tell me the mathematical notation.
Delta y upon K is equals to delta y upon delta I.
Delta I, correct.
Or
Okay.
K is equals to 1 upon 1 minus MPC.
Or K is equals to 1 upon 1 minus C. Or you can say MPC. MPC equals to C. That is very correct. Okay. Now we have to see what is it and what are the explanation. So first let me make it very clear. For multiplier, multiplier is nothing but once you put, suppose that 50 rupees of investment, so by how many times it will grow? If this 50 rupees becomes 100 rupees once you put into the market, so here multiplier is 2x, that is 2 times or twofold your income increases. So this basic concept is known as multiplier. So as she told correct, that multiplier is nothing but delta upon y delta I. That is, it shows that change in, please note it down, sometimes you may get confused, change in income due to change in investment, that is investment multiplier. Change in income due to change in delta C, due to change in consumption, that is consumption multiplier. Change in income due to change in government, that is government multiplier. Got it? So this is the basic idea of multiplier. So here important thing is that MPC. Before going to that, we should know consumption function. Anyone know the equation of consumption function, how it is written?
C is equals to I plus G.
C is equals to I plus G. C is equals to I plus G. No. It's blunder.
So y is equal to C plus I plus G.
Y equals to C plus I plus G. देखिए आप लोग चीजों को complex, please don't make it complex. I didn't ask 2 model, 3 model, 4 model, right? And whatever I'm writing on the board, please keep noting and please say, sir, I have not written it down. Please write it down. See, this is 3 sector model. So simply you know that Y is what? Either consumption or saving, or this is from leakage part, or this Y can be consumption from investment. This is from injection side. Right, this is from leakage side. That's why if you go legal equals to injection, that is S equals to I, Y cancel. Now coming to this portion, so C is nothing. See, right now you are not earning. I have assumed some of may be earning, some of may be teaching, or some of may be doing stock market things. Anyway, we have assumed that at your zero level of income there is certain amount of consumption, that is autonomous consumption. So if question is asked that what is autonomous consumption, so without any income there are some consumption that is called autonomous, regardless of income. It is independent variable. Y equals to mx plus c. You might have read during class 11-12 mathematics. Y equals to mx plus c. So same way here, c is constant, m is low. So ca plus c y d. Very important. Please note it down. This is consumption function. Now what is yd? So yd is y minus t. Yd is nothing but disposable income. What is disposable income? Anyone?
So total income minus tax.
Yes, income left after the tax payment. This is y, this is t. So here c is nothing, as you have told in the beginning, ki sir, there will be some certain of consumption out of the income. So delta c upon delta y. Got it? So this is your MPC. So which is denoted by C, and this is your autonomous consumption.
Sir, C is equals to CA, right? That is okay.
CA plus small c YD. Got it? Small c. This is small c. That is MPC. Please note it down. Understood this concept? We'll do one numerical on the basis of this thing. So suppose that if question is asked that, now we'll derive the multiplier. How multiplier is derived, we'll come to that. Let me note it down. Let me erase it. Here I am erasing. See how multiplier is drawn. So everybody knows that y is equals to C plus I. Just two sector model we are taking. Right now government is not here, so this is two sector model, just two, C and I. Once government will in, that is C plus I plus G. Right now two sector. So as we just saw, y equals to, what is the value of C? Now we can replace this CA plus CYD plus I, right? Any doubt? I hope no doubt, because no any sound is coming. Now what will happen? See this you have C, Y, I. So put all the autonomous things together, please. So here we can write y is equals to CA plus, for the simplicity, in next step we will see YD, where we will take tax. Right now we have excluded tax, and let's take only Y. In next step I will show you how to take. So right now Y, so this Y and all autonomous, this is autonomous, this is autonomous. Autonomous means where we don't have any kind of slope things. So this CY, this is CY, small cy. So this CY will come this side minus, let me erase it. So y minus cy equals to CA plus I, or capital C plus Y. C or capital C is same. So here y is common, 1 minus C is equals to C plus A. We can write autonomous. So here y is equals to A upon 1 minus C, where A is equals to C plus I. Any doubt? Please ask if you have any doubt. We'll do again. No doubt, I think.
Sir,
एक बार और बताइए इस टॉपिक को.
yeah.
इधर
Sir,
वाला,
A,
हाँ please.
A is what?
A is all autonomous portion. C plus
Okay,
I.
okay.
This is C, this is A. That is constant वाला portion. ये रेड वाला आप लोग समझ गए अच्छे से?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो रेड वाले को मैं इरेज कर देता हूँ. मल्टीप्लायर अच्छे से समझ लीजिए, 2 से 3 क्वेश्चन बन जाएगा, 2 to 3 क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली. So let me write here the equation. I think today monetary may not start anyway. Let's continue it. So CA plus CY. So this is our consumption function, right? Consumption function. C is equals to CA plus. So same thing here I have written, right? So Y is equals to, what happens? Y is equals to C plus I. So here at the point of C I can write CA plus CY plus I, right? So now this Y we can bring this side. Y minus CY is equals to CA plus I. So this implies here Y common. So Y will be common. 1 minus C is equals to CA plus I. So far any doubt? Please let me know. Any doubt?
No, sir. So why we have excluded the effect of taxes?
After that we will include, just for simplicity. If you tell me to include, I can include right now, but other people will not understand. Na? Got it? Tax, when tax will come? My dear students, when tax will come? When you will have G, right? Right now we are taking 2 sector model. So 2 sector model is C plus I. If it is 3 sector model, C plus I plus G. So this side C plus S plus T. Got it? So tax is part of 3 sector model. Then we will see after 2 sector. So here so far clear? Now Y is equals to CA plus I upon 1 minus C. So CA plus I is constant, so we can write it A autonomous constant upon 1 minus C, or Y is equals to 1 by 1 minus C into A. Now you see this is something constant, this is something constant. Now multiplier is this. So multiplier is, we will have, how it came? 1 by 1 minus, what is small c? 1 minus MPC. Please note it down. Please note it down. Any doubt? Diksha?
Yes, sir.
कोई दिक्कत?
No, sir. Sir, 1 divided by 1 minus MPC को 1 divided by MPS भी लिख सकते हैं ना?
हाँ उस पे आते हैं हम लोग, क्योंकि यू आर राइट, MPS प्लस MPC यही होता है ना, इक्वल्स टू 1।
1, yes.
हाँ, तो MPC इज इक्वल्स टू 1 माइनस MPS, राइट, और 1 minus MPC is equals to MPS, right? So here directly you can write 1 by MPS or 1 by 1 minus MPC. Got it? Please note it down. Very important things we have discussed here. So I hope you have noted. Chalo next. So I am giving you a simple question. First let me solve it. If question is asked, suppose that if your MPC is 0.8, so what will be the value of multiplier? Can anyone tell? Last time such kind of question was asked. What will be the value of multiplier if your MPC is 0.8?
5.
So you know that multiplier is equals to 1 by 1 minus MPC. That is 1 by 1 minus 0.8. This is equals to 1 by 0.2. Exactly, that is 5. Very correct. चलो now let's make it little
सर
different.
ए किधर गया सर?
ए इसमें नहीं है ना, we are asking no multiplier. No your question, no Sabrinath question, Sabrinath point. Suppose that, चलो let's write a question, we'll do numerical together. Suppose that investment increased by 300 times or 300 unit or 300 rupees. 300 rupees new investment come, that is delta I, and given that your MPC is 0.75. So what will be the change in income? Please tell me. No, anyone? Hint I am giving you. Change in income is equals to multiplier into change in investment. This is the formula. Please tell me the correct answer. 2 minutes I am giving you. 2 minutes. By the time I will check the score. Today India and New Zealand match is going on. I think New Zealand is losing with larger gap, 66-9. Oh my god. Huh? Please tell me the answer. नहीं हुआ?
12,000. 1,200.
I think you are approx there. Any other people? Please यार कोई तो बोलो. This is the batch of 20-30 people and just one people is answering. Anyway, so see, as I gave you here a hint, y is equals to, or change in y is equals to k into delta I. So first we have to find k. K is equals to 1 by 1 minus MPC. That is 1 by 0.25. That is 4. So yes, C is right. So delta y is equals to 4 into 300. That is 1200. Perfect. Good. So these are the basics. Please go to the chapter few of numericals. You will find, I think, in HL Ahuja nearly 100 something pages, 105, 10 or between 90 to 100 pages. Chapter 4 or 5, Keynesian multiplier is there. You please solve all the questions. Please. So basically here you can see that. So now happen. See, very important question this is. Let me make it very clear. Delta y. Sabrinath, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
I am sorry to recall other people name because nobody is responding. So we should treat equally. So as people are treating me, I am also treating. But for me, no one is especially preferred. Everybody is equal to me. So see what is happening here. From here, we can write delta y upon delta I is equals to k. Any doubt from this equation?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
This I will go this side, this side. So here you can say that. So multiplier is nothing but change in income due to change in investment. Please note it down. So this is also multiplier. Got it? Chalo, one more question we'll do. Then it will be more clear.
Sir, just one thing. I didn't understand that you have told y is equals to 1 by 1 minus MPC into A, right? So in numericals, we aren't considering A.
We are
I didn't
considering.
understand.
I am coming to that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Suppose that. Chalo, write a question. Here is a question. You know that y is equals to c plus I. It's very clear fact. Any doubt? Chalo, write a question. Please note this on your point. given that MPC is equals to 0.8, then after we'll do some consumption function wala. Or so let me directly put you consumption function. Now you will counter A. C is given that consumption function is given that 300 plus 0.8y. Right? Any doubt?
No, sir.
I is given 500. Right? Find the value of y. Please. 2 minutes. I am waiting. Formula is same. This formula. Multiplier is same. That is 1 by 1 minus MPC. What will be the answer?
So 4,000.
4,000. Okay. Chalo Sabrinath, you solve. Then you will realize the importance of A. Why I used to put A. दीक्षा सॉल्व हो गया?
सर कर रहे हैं।
ठीक है, करो करो, बढ़िया से करो।
सर 4,000।
Yes, it is coming out 4,000.
चलिए, अमित का भी 4,000 आ गया है। तो नो लेट मी सॉल्व। सबरीनाथ, यू आर विथ अस?
यस सर।
देखिए ए का इंपॉर्टेंस क्या होगा। सो वी विल राइट द इक्वेशन एज यूजुअल, y इक्वल्स टू c प्लस आई। हियर यू टेक दिस c प्लस आई, लेट मी टेक द येलो वन। सो y इक्वल्स टू c प्लस आई. So we don't know value of y, but c we know, 300 plus 0.8y plus I, that is 500. Got it? This y will go this side. So y minus 0.8y, that is 0.2y, is equals to 800. So y is equals to 800 upon 0.2y. So 0 cancel, यहाँ 10 जाएगा, 2 into 5, so 800 into 5, that is 4,000. Now coming to your a. So here what we did here. Okay, so here what we did, we can write 0.2y is equals to a. So y equals to a upon 0.2. So a is nothing but 800, that is autonomous investment. Got it? Any doubt?
No sir. Got it.
Now you realize what is a. Okay,
Yes sir.
so now one homework, please note it down. For next class you have to come with same thing. So please go through the books here, put some effort. Same thing, 3 sector, sorry, 1 second. Homework, you please note it down. You have to practice, this is 2 sector model. You have to practice 3 sector model and then 4 sector model. वो करके आइएगा, नहीं होगा तो मैं आपको नेक्स्ट क्लास में बताऊंगा। तो
I'm a local here.
अच्छा अच्छा, गॉट इट गॉट इट।
Yeah.
तो चलिए आप लोग एक न्यूमेरिकल कीजिए। आज तो शायद हम लोग मॉनिटरी नहीं कर पाएंगे, बट इन 5 minutes we will start demand for money from Keynesian side. So just 2 minutes में one numerical I am giving you. Given here saving function, okay, minus 100 plus 0.2y. This is saving function. For your simplicity, let me tell you, c is equals to y minus s, or s is equals to y minus c. Now you solve this question where it is given that investment is let's take any 300 crore or 300 lakh. So what will be the value of y? Quick, this is classic questions of CUET. Such kind of question is asked. Go ahead with the same flow, just I'm helping you out. Y is equals to c plus I. For equilibrium, you know that what? I is equals to s. So here rather than c you can put y minus c. Any doubt? Sorry, y minus s. So y is equals to, here you can write. Please solve it, otherwise I will make it. Put some effort.
So it's 2,000.
We'll solve it. One hint I gave you, I is equals to s. So you put s and I, that is 300 is equals to minus 100 plus 0.2y. From here also you can find value of y. Anyone? Y equals to, what's your value?
2,000.
2000. दीक्षा वैल्यू आया क्या?
Yes, sir, 2,000.
और किसी का, एटलीस्ट 2-3 people, लेट मी चेक.
Same, sir.
सेम, दैट्स आई थिंक करेक्ट. लेट मी सॉल्व इट. सो इसको हम लोग 2 तरीके से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. लेट मी टेल यू हाउ. आई विल फाइंड इट 2 वेज. फर्स्ट तो आप लोग ये बताइए व्हाट विल बी इट्स मल्टीप्लायर. एनीवे, एनीवन?
So 5.
Multiplier, yes. How did you correct it? Very quickly, correct. So multiplier is 1 by MPS. So here MPS 0.2, that is 0.2 into 5, that is, अरे यार ये क्या हो गया, सॉरी 0.2, that is 5. Now coming, yours is this one. So one method is S is equals to I. This you know that for equilibrium. So as we have minus 100 plus 0.2y is equals to I is, we have 300. From here you can see this is I 300. So here 0.2y is equals to 400. So y is equals to 400 upon 0.2. So 2 gone into 10, that is 2 2 ja 200, that is 2000 rupees. Clear? So this is first method. Second method could be little lengthy. With the help of autonomous things you can do. Your multiplier is now 5. Your autonomous will be like this. Saving will be minus 100, investment will be this. So if saving is minus 100, so consumption will be just opposite. So CA will be, if it is not given, it's okay. If it is
100.
100. So autonomous will be 100 plus 300, that is 400. 400 into 5, that is 2000. But if saving function is given, don't go that far. I is equals to S is the simple method. That's all. In Keynesian, now you people should focus on little bit diagram. We'll do some diagram. चलिए diagram वो हम करते हैं थोड़ा सा. इसको चलिए next पेज ले चलते हैं. So this one, very clear and very important diagram. This is called Caesar diagram. You know this is the angle. What is the angle? 10, 20, 40, 50. How much degree?
45 degree.
45.
45 degree.
Can someone tell why 45 degree? See, it is trigonometry actually. Tan 45 is equals to 1, and tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base, right? So P is equals to AD and base is Y. So AD upon Y is equals to 1, that is 45 degree. So here if you take this point and this point, same, Y is equals to AD. So this line shows AD is equals to Y, and this line shows, suppose that consumption level, this is CA, that is CA, and this graph is showing consumption. Suppose that some level of autonomous investment you put and your income increased to C plus I. So your equilibrium level was this one, Y1. Now new equilibrium is Y2. But suppose that your full employment is somewhere here, YF. How will you achieve that? So here we can do by 2 measures. Here YF, that is this level of equilibrium we need. So to reach that, either you can do C plus I1 extra investment or G. So this portion is known as delta G. Now question sometimes came, now you have full equilibrium. Now questions sometimes can be directly asked. So what will be the level of income? Can someone please answer? What will be the level of income if 100 rupees government expenditure is increased and your MPC is 0.6? So what will be the change in income? And this level, you know, that is called delta Y. Here delta Y is equals to YF minus Y2. Please tell me someone, what will be the value of delta Y? Anyone? No idea? सॉल्व हुआ? we have discussed delta y is equals to multiplier into delta z. So delta y is equals to क्या हो जाएगा? What will be the value of multiplier? Here is the question. Please note it on the paper. One by 0.6. That is 5/3 into 100. That is 500 upon.
Sir, why not 1 by 0.4?
1
By sir, वो तो 1 minus MPC होगा ना?
Yes, you are right. 0/4. Answer will be, I think, 250.
250.
Yes, 250 is correct answer. Hope everybody is able to solve it, right? Please don't make it, in the isolation. Don't keep yourself in the isolation. Ask your doubts if you don't understand. MPC, we know that 0.6. Multiplier is equals to 1 by 1 minus 0.6. That is 1 by 0.4. That is 2.5. Delta is 100. That is 250. That's it. So this is all about multiplier. I hope next class में आप लोग 2 सेक्टर 3 सेक्टर 4 सेक्टर करके आएंगे. 2 3 सेक्टर 4 सेक्टर ज़्यादा टफ नहीं है. Here you have to just include government expenditure. I am giving you a hint. Here y is equals to c plus I plus g, right? Then same thing happen. Y is equals to 1 by 1 minus c. Here it will be ca plus I plus g, where all this can be written as a 1 by 1 minus c into a, or y is equals to 1 by 1 minus c is multiplier into a. Got it? Sabrinath, understood?
Yes, sir.
सो प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. पेज नंबर 85 to 100 HL आहूजा बुक आप लोग रीड करके आएंगे. कोई डाउट हुआ तो मुझे बताइएगा, ठीक है? नाउ विल मूव टू नेक्स्ट. राइट द टॉपिक. Keynesian demand for money. Please note it down. Keynesian demand for money. So this was Keynesian goods demand. From here he will get equilibrium, just we mentioned. Then we will see little bit comparison between Keynesian and classical. For basic diagram I am drawing here. ये वाला Keynes का जो था. So he took, this is aggregate supply, this is aggregate demand, this is price, this is output, and this is classical. This is aggregate supply. What is full employment? Here aggregate demand. Please note it down. Aggregate demand was hyperbola. Aggregate demand was hyperbolic in nature. This was hyperbolic. You know the properties of hyperbolic? That means area of this square will be similar everywhere. That is the properties of hyperbolic. If question is asked what is the nature of aggregate demand in classical, so this is Keynesian and this is classical. Now you tell me few questions I am asking, and this is price. In classical, please listen carefully. One question, two question, you can understand it very clearly, the difference between classical and Keynesian. First question is that in classical, price is determined by demand or supply. Please tell me.
Supply.
Supply.
Are you sure? Wrong. Please try to relook the diagram. See. Supply we draw. Can we able to draw the price? No. Aggregate demand. Until demand comes, then only you know the price. But in Keynes, this is your price which is fixed. So in Keynes, it will be aggregate supply. Aggregate supply. This is price which is fixed. Aggregate demand, this is AD. Aggregate demand determines your output level. In equilibrium, I am asking equilibrium. But in classical, what defines aggregate supply? Your output level. Got it? Sabrinath, can you able to connect the dots?
Yes, sir.
I hope Anubhuti, now it's clear.
Yes, sir.
See, you should understand on the another side. Question was asked in actually in HCO or GNU somewhere is asked. See, this is your classical and this is your full employment. So output is determined by aggregate supply, right? Here output determined even if you don't have aggregate demand. But yeah, how will you know what will be your price? This will be, this will be, this will be, until you draw aggregate demand. So aggregate demand decides your price. Got it? Similarly, in now Keynesian, this is Keynesian diagram, short run, Keynesian short run, this one. So this is aggregate supply under Keynesian, and after a point of time this demand becomes like this, aggregate. So this is intermediate range and this is classical range. Anyway, we'll come to next that. So this is your price is fixed because of aggregate supply. But how you know what is your level of output, what is called effective demand? So once you draw aggregate demand, got it? So aggregate demand decides output in Keynesian, aggregate demand and price. Okay, aggregate demand in Keynes, who decides? In Keynes, aggregate demand is aggregate demand decides, no, aggregate demand decides level of output, that is Y in Keynes. And let me make it little chart, price and output, that is Y. So under Keynes and under classical, under Keynes price is determined by aggregate supply and output is determined by aggregate demand. Under classical, price is determined by aggregate demand, just opposite, and output is determined by aggregate supply. Here you can see the diagram. One diagram again I am drawing for you people. Everybody is with us? Amit?
Yes sir.
समझ में आ रहा है कि टाइम पास आपको लग रहा है?
नहीं सर, समझ में आ रहा है.
मजा आ रहा है ना?
यस सर.
हाँ, तो ठीक है, चलिए फिर आगे हम देखते हैं. ये देखिए, वन सेकेंड, ठीक है. जस्ट वी मेंशन, फर्स्ट विल टेक किन्स. तो किन्स में हमने माना यहाँ प्राइस है, यहाँ पर क्या है, एग्रीगेट सप्लाई है किन्स का. तो प्राइस डिटरमिन हो गया एग्रीगेट सप्लाई से विदाउट इवन ड्राइंग द डिमांड कर्व. तो हियर इट इज प्राइस. सो किन्स का प्राइस कहाँ से आया, एग्रीगेट सप्लाई से. अनुभूति, इज इट क्लियर टू यू नो?
Yes, sir.
Now we have to find the output level. So in order to find the output level, we need a equilibrium. So this is output level, that is why income output same हुआ. So this is aggregate demand. So Keynes में output किससे defined होगा, aggregate demand से. Now classical. This is classical. So this is the classic diagram. This is full employment of output. This is aggregate supply. So even if you don't have aggregate demand, you can say this is full employment level of our output, this much fix. So with the help of aggregate supply, we get Y. But if you have to find price, then you have to draw aggregate demand. Then we will get here equilibrium, which is price. So very important, please make this table. One question it can be asked. Please make it. Then we'll next. Then we'll understand demand for money supply in Keynes, and then we'll wrap up because it's almost 11. Hardly 5 minutes it will take. I can understand in North India now it's very cold still. So it's time to sleep. And after 5th February or 6th February, one more class we'll have. For one week I will not be here in Hyderabad. I will be traveling. So 1 week I cannot take the class till 13th of February. We'll meet on Valentine Day. I hope you guys will be not busy. If busy, we'll then postpone the class. Please note it down. Shall we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
So today is first. Next class will be on 4th. Please note it down. Next class will be on 4th. After 4th, we'll meet on 15th of February. 15th, maybe. Most probably, yes. 4, 8, 9 days I will be not here. तो चलिए फिर इसको आगे हम लोग बढ़ाते हैं. Next class on 4th of February. Now write the topic. Keynes, K-Y-N-E-S, Keynes, demand for money and supply for money. Keynes, demand for money. So supply for money is given, it is autonomous. Please note it down. Supply for money is autonomous, that is decided by the RBI or the system. But Keynes demand for money categorized into 3 parts. Can someone explain what are those 3 parts? Anyone? 3 parts. Please note it down. Now you have to note it down. 3 parts. 1 part empty plus MP, and another part MSP. Can anyone explain what are these keywords?
Sir, transaction purpose, precautionary purpose, and speculative purpose.
Very correct. Yes, proud of you. Very good. So transactionary, precautionary, and speculative. So here what will be happening? Suppose that let's take example of Diksha, and Diksha ki mummy boli, Diksha go and get 2 kg of चीनी sugar. So will she wait for the market? कि market में 50% interest rate है. If you put 100 rupees, you will get 150 rupees after month. So will you wait for that? No, because your money is there for the transaction purpose, regardless of interest rate. So here your demand for money is the function of income. For precautionary also, your demand for money is the function of income. That means you have to pay for the tuition fee, you have to pay for the sugar, you have to pay for the medical things and all. And some money you keep MP, that is precautionary motive. Please note it down. MT, that is transactionary motive. MP, that is precautionary motive. And next is MSP, that is speculation motive, that you invest in bond. So bond chapter you please search, it is given in any book. So I am just telling you, yield, bond yield is inversely proportional to its rate of return. Just write it down. We'll explain in next class. Right now we are running short of time as our multiplier chapter took lots of time. So here what is happening, let me draw a diagram. So this is supply of money which is given autonomous, that is constant. Here interest rate. So all together, so this is known as L1 and this is known as L2, where L1 is function of income and L2 is function of interest rate, that is speculative demand for money. Speculation means what? You speculate the market. You think, okay, if market rate will rise, I will invest some money. So if bond price increases, I will sell the bond. If it decreases, I will buy the bond. And in this way what happen? You shift your money towards bond rather than putting cash. You preferring putting your money in the form of bond. So this is bond market. So your L is demand for money. Liquidity preference is the function of Y and I. Why classical said no, liquidity function is, or demand for money according to classical is function of income. Please note the difference. Then we'll see the diagram. So diagram can be drawn like this. This is R, this is supply for money, and your diagram will be like this. This is demand for money, where one more line you can draw. So this shows that regardless of money supply, regardless of interest rate, your money demand for transactionary and precautionary motive is same, but your speculative demand for money is downward sloping, that is inverse of interest rate. If your interest rate is very high, think logically, Anubhuti, you may be knowing, if interest rate is very high, you will not keep in the form of cash. You will not keep in the form of cash because it will hurt you. So rather than putting money in the form of cash, you will put it in the form of bond. So there will be less demand for money. So if interest rate is high, you will demand less money if it is speculative. So its demand curve is downward. If it is rising, demand for speculative money is falling. If it is falling, interest rate is very low. So you will say, array, it is very low. Why I should keep all the money in the form of bond and other things? Rather, we should put in the form of cash and less enjoy the utility of cash. So this diagram is money demand and money supply. So simple form I am writing here. L is liquidity preferences. Liquidity preference. Keynes say this is given by Keynes. Liquidity preferences given by Keynes. For what? Money demand. L is the part of L1 and L2, where L1 is what? L1 is precautionary motive. For some urgency, you keep money. Okay, this money I should keep for the urgency. And MT, that is money demand for transactionary motive, as we took the example of. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So as we took example of sugar and all. So this is the function of Y, this is the function of I or R, that is interest rate. So all together L is equals to L1 plus L2, that is function of Y and R or Y and I. So that's all demand for money. So next class, you please come with the revision of monetarism, Keynesian, classical. We will have around 8 to 10 oral test, and let's see who can answer all the questions. Oral test, I will be asking few of the questions. So basically today we have covered multiplier, then demand for money, supply for money, effective demand. Please note the keywords, these keywords. Next class we will be covering monetarism or monetarist, Phillips curve, and basics of rational expectation, just basics. Then after that we'll meet after 8 to 10 days. So from today's class, anyone has any doubt, do ask. Did you understand the lesson class today, or?
Yes, sir, I understood.
Surely, good.
I have certain notes. I'll ask in next class.
Sure. So I think no doubt left in today's class. Next class, please come with the revision of classicals, Keynesians, and 3-sector, 4-sector model, and monetarism. We'll proceed next class on Saturday, 9 o'clock. Good night, guys.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
चलिए ठीक
Good
है.
night,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, Amit.